Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Can you write in the chat window if you can hear me? Can you see me clearly? Is my voice clear? Video clear? Thank you. Thank you so much. So, can you see me sweating? Is the chat slow, or you are slow, or I am slow? Who is the slower one here? I'm getting my answers very late. I'm asking, can you see me sweating? Okay, good. So I just did my evening workout, and then had my dinner, and that makes me sweat. Right? How many of you have started exercising? How many of you started something new during this period? Something which is productive, something which helps you build up, create something. Have you started something like this? Write in the chat window if you have started something creative, something that makes you stronger, something that's that the possibilities are better, which will help you improve. Okay, I started exercising, not consistent and daily, but started somewhere. What do you mean by somewhere? Started somewhere. It's good. So first of all, acknowledge that fact. That's appreciable that you started exercising, right? And don't worry about consistency in the beginning itself. Okay, starting is amazing. It's it's a big step that you have started something. So pat your back. Okay, clap for yourself. Okay, clap for yourself because you have started something which is going to help you for a long time. There's a study which I had read some time ago. I can't. I am having dinner. Okay, we'll talk about that maybe sometime. Right? It's good that you don't have to come on stage here, and you can have dinner, you can have anything you want, and still you attend the session, right? So you have that advantage. I cannot do that. Right? Or maybe I can someday, that I'm talking to you all and while eating, right? So that's an advantage while we are meeting online, right? So I was talking about this study which said that people who have attained a good shape even once even once in their life, For them, it is always easier to come back to that shape compared to those people who have never done it. So, as I know, you are young people, most of you are young, half of my age, even lesser. So, if you attain your best shape, and best shape doesn't mean that uh, you are just your bones. Okay, that's not the best shape. Best shape is where you feel healthy inside out. Inside you feel energetic, enthusiastic, okay, and you feel that I am never tired. Whatever I do, even if I have worked for 48 hours, I don't feel tired. Like I am not that tired, right? I can still go on. There are some days when you feel excited. The day has ended. You have done every task of the day, and by the end of the day, you still feel so excited that you can start the day again. Has this happened with you ever? Write in the chat window if that has happened with you. I want to see others also. I am seeing only one person writing in the chat. I want to see everybody writing. Or if you want to come on stage, you're welcome. Okay. So I have felt this a lot of times in my life, where I was so excited doing things during the day that by the end of the day, I'm still so excited that even if the day starts again, I will be able to do it. 10 hours, 12 hours, doesn't matter. And I have done it. Working for 15 days while resting just 2 3 hours a night. Yeah, good. You have felt that. Okay, but and when you have felt that, you can actually do that as well when needed, right? Okay, so coming back to this task, what we had discussed last week, what have we discussed? Where are we in the journey? So today's session 7. Okay, so what have we done till now? What have we done till now? Can somebody recall? What have we done till now? So what was the first section, first step that we took in this journey? It was knowing about yourself, your personality, right? Your native values, things that are basically you, your characteristics, right? Then we got to know about your oblique values, things that drive you from behind, and you may not even accept them, right? The next we went a little deeper, that we came to know about your existing belief system. Out of those, what were the limiting beliefs? Where did they come from? Those defining moments in your life. And from there, we identified some of the limiting beliefs and we converted them to empowering beliefs. So it's like you're rewiring, you're changing your inner wiring, right? Your inner programming, your software. Okay. Then we came to your environment. So we started from within, then we went out. We checked your habitat, your environment, so that you can control your environment and things that you can influence, right? So that's what we have done. And last week we stepped into presence, how you can be more present, how you can be in present rather than being stuck in the past or worried about the future. So instead of that, what can you do? Be in present 100%. So let me know why being in present is important. Why do you need to be in present? Anything. Why do you need to be in present? Look, this is going to be an interactive session. That's the point of a live session. If you want to watch it like a video, then you have got the videos already. You don't need me. You watch the video, do the activity, move ahead. Watch the video, do the activity, move ahead. You already have that. You can watch those videos n number of times, as many times as you want, right? Yeah. So someone says because we can only control our life in present and we are not thinking in present, then we are in past or future. We can only control our life in present. Absolutely right. Okay. Can we do something about past? Can we change even 2 minutes, 1 minute in the past? We cannot. It has passed. It has gone. Actually, there is nothing which you can literally pick. Okay, this is past. There is nothing like that. The whole life is the addition of present times. Okay. For example, present time between 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, that was present then. Then from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. that was present then. We are counting because we are just imagining it. We are getting reminding. We are reminding ourselves of it. कि, okay, this time has passed. That's why it has. We are calling it as past. But it was present. उस टाइम वो present ही था जब वो actually pass हो रहा था. And now from 9 to 10, again it's present. We are in present right now. So there is nothing which we can actually hold off past. There is no past time. It is all present. Okay. So where is the life? Life is in now. Life is in present. Okay. And when you are in present, physically we are bound to be in present. Physically, we are bound to be in present. But sometimes we are not in present fully. And that's why our mind takes us to places. Sometimes in the past, sometimes worrying of the future. Okay? And that's why we are not able to handle the life in present fully. We have skills required to handle the life in present, but because our efficiency is divided, our attention is divided, our mind is divided. Okay, little in the past or in many, divided in many tasks, and that's why we are not fully present. So last week we discussed about how you can be in present. Okay, so and I gave an activity, an exercise. Have you done it? What was the activity given? Do you remember? Okay, so somebody misses, so they have just missed something important, right? So either you watch the video and understand from there, or you wait for 3 months when we start this journey from scratch. Okay, okay. So just to refresh, so there was an activity given which you can find in the resources on your program page, right? So you can do that activity, and the idea is to close all the loops which are keeping your mind stuck in the past. So, so there is always something, whatever you start, it has an end point. For example, there is a sales cycle. You want to sell something. Okay, so you manufacture a product, then you market it, advertise about it, tell good things about it, then people get attracted towards it. You sell, you give the product, and they pay you money. The money is in the bank. That is the whole cycle of selling. Similarly, there is a cycle of buying. You want to buy, let's say, a car. So you you arrange for the money. Okay, money is in the bank. You went to buy a car. You transferred the amount to the car dealer. Car dealer gave you the car. You bring home your car. So it's a completion of cycle, right? But then there are so many cycles which are incomplete in our past, which are incomplete. For example, you started something, maybe a relationship, you started, and then something happened because of which it got stuck, and you are nowhere, you are just hanging. Okay, so your attention is divided in the present and that one activity, that one thing which has happened in the past which is incomplete, and your mind will always keep moving, keep taking you to that. Why is it taking? Because it wants to complete it. It wants to complete the loop so that it can conclude something. Okay, so it wants a conclusion. For example, selling a product. Okay, I have sold my product, I've got the money. That's the conclusion. When you are buying a car, I have bought a car, that's the conclusion. I bought my favorite car, that's the conclusion. Similarly, you studied for years, you found your dream job, and then you are working. So I found a job, I got a job, I got my dream job. That's the conclusion. That's the completion of a cycle. Okay. So these loops have to be closed, right? So when you go to the resources on in the section of true dynamic presence, you will find this exercise. If you have missed, do that. If you have done it, wonderful. When you have closed those loops, you are coming with every closed loop. Okay, my cat is troubling. Okay, so when you have closed the loops which are triggering you or which are playing in your mind like your background music. For example, if somebody has lost a job, what is the music in the background? I need a job, I need a job, I want a job, I want a job. Okay, somebody needs in dire need of money. What is the background music? I need money, I need money, I need money. Right? So that's something lingering in your mind throughout the day. Sometimes it doesn't let you sleep as well. Okay, so you don't have to dig your mind. That's not required. What you need to do is whatever troubles, whatever lingers, whatever comes up, you close that loop. You may need to talk to somebody, talk to that person and conclude it, whatever it is. You want to buy a car for last 5 years? If you can buy it, buy it. If you right now you can't, just make a conclusion. Okay, I have not bought a car yet. I'm going to buy my favorite car, my dream car, next 1 year, next 2 year, whatever your goal, whatever your target time is, whatever your timeline you want for yourself, right? But there is a conclusion. It will give peace to your mind when you conclude something, when you don't beat up yourself, right? And when you have closed all those major loops, you will feel at peace, at calm. Your mind is in the present. And when your mind is in the present, you will make great decisions. You will make great decisions, and you will not worry about the future. You will create plans for the future. You will dream about the future. Okay? You are not living life as if your one foot is stuck in the past. Okay? And you want to correct something in the future. So you are not scattered, you are not divided. Okay? So now when you have already reached, you have started living in present, maybe a little more in present. Okay? And let's do one activity and then we'll move ahead. Okay? And if you practice this daily, if you practice this daily in things that you are doing, already doing, you don't have to invent some other, new activity or new uh, task for yourself. Whatever you're doing, you can do this even while drinking water. It is as simple as that. What you need to do is, okay, let's practice. Let's experience this. So I want you to close your eyes, sit comfortably. Okay, both the feet on the ground, your your hands on your thighs, And close your eyes if you are comfortable and sitting at a safe place and you will not fall. Close your eyes. And what you need to do is just observe observe the sound around you. Like right now, I can hear things outside of my home, in other rooms, sounds coming from other neighborhood. Observe those sounds. It's all happening in present. Now get inside your body. Feel what's happening. Feel the sensation. Where where can you feel the sensation in your body? In your chest, in your back, where? Check the flow of your breath. Is it shallow? Is it deep? Is your breath fast or is your breath slow? When you breathe in, is your diaphragm expanding or is it your chest that is becoming full? Or is it your stomach that is coming out? How about your neck? Is it tight or is it relaxed? How about your shoulders? Are they straight or stooped? How about your back? Is it straight or is it couched? How about your legs? Can you feel some pulse moving in your legs till your feet? Any tingling in your fingers? Now take a sigh of relief. A sigh. Ah, ah. Take a deep breath in. Ah, with every passing moment, what do you feel? Are you getting more relaxed, calmer? Is your breath getting deeper, slower? Are you feeling less burdened on your back, lightness in your head, chest? When you feel calm, lighter, open your eyes. Write in the chat window what have you just felt at the end of this small exercise. Relief. Yeah. Light. Yeah. Were you with me, or there were thoughts lingering in your mind, taking you to the past or somewhere else? With you. Thank you. Do you feel a little more present by the end of this activity than from the beginning? If you compare with the beginning and the end, was it was you were you a little more present that you could hear things? Yes, like I could hear things coming from my neighborhood. So sound coming from my neighborhood. Yeah, yes, more focused. Great, right? And you can apply the same thing, that presence, while you are eating your food. Your food will become tastier. I can guarantee that. If you are with your food, just like these 2 3 minutes we have spent together, if you spend the same time eating food, enjoying every bite, the food will taste better. The water you drink, it will nourish you more when you are doing a mindful breathing, mindful drinking. Okay, because you are applying your body and mind 100% to the activity you are doing. That's what being in present is. When you are drinking water, be there. When you are eating food, be there 100%. When you are talking to a friend, be there. Look into the eyes of your friend. Talk, listen, being in the present. Not, for example, a friend is talking and what is going in the mind, oh, I'm getting bored. Why is it talking like this? Why is it talking about all those things? Okay, those questions, those things are getting, going on in my mind. Will I be able to listen my friend? No, I will not. Same with the boss, same with the spouse if you have, same with the parents, right? So at times what we do, we are talking in our mind. Somebody is talking outside in the real world, but instead of listening to that person, we are listening to our mind. We are talking in our mind. Okay. But if you are applying your mind and body both aligned towards the task you are doing, your efficiency will improve, your productivity will improve. Okay. You have heard of a proverb, practice makes a man perfect, right? Practice makes a man perfect. Of course, women also, same. It's for both the genders. So practice makes a man perfect, right? But practicing wrong thing will perfect you in what? Practicing wrong thing will perfect you in what? So if you practice right, you will be perfect in right thing. If you practice wrong thing, you will perfect in wrong thing. Okay, that's what we have done. We have perfected talking in our head. most of the time instead of talking and listening to the person. Okay, that's not introspection. When we are talking inside our head, that's not introspection. Okay, that's a different exercise. You must have heard of active listening, active speaking. Okay, but how we have lived most of the time? We have lived passively. Why? Because most of the time we are in past. We are living from the past rather than in present. Okay, so if you start practicing from today, being in present, put your mind, body, energy, soul in whatever you are doing, even as simple a task like breathing, where you don't need to put efforts at all, but it can do wonders for you. There are studies after studies which tells us that how mindful breathing helps people to stay better in life, grow in life, healthier in life. All right. So it's not that if I keep talking for next 10 hours, it will change you, it will bring you in present. Okay. What is more important is that you decide today that from today onwards, I will do at least one activity being fully present. Start with some activity which you can do in just 1 minute or 2 minutes, not more than that. You don't require in the beginning. And then you take it to 5 minutes, then to 10 minutes, then to 15, and then you can do it up to 2 hours. Fully focus with full efficiency, doing things for 2 hours. What an amazing achievement, right? So, how many of you have decided that you will practice at least one activity, whether it's drinking water, whether it's eating food, whether it is just breathing for 2 minutes, fully being fully in present, where you are aware about what is happening in the surroundings, what is happening within your body, and you are fully present in what you're doing. Write in the chat window if you have decided and you are going to practice it from today. That practice will give results, not me talking. Hello, am I alone here? If I am talking to myself, then I would leave. Okay, right. So I'm looking for decision. Have you decided that you are going to practice at least one activity? Great. Thank you. Good. So what you need to do is say it aloud. Say it aloud so that every cell of your body listen this, hear this. Tell yourself aloud, I commit. I commit, I will practice being in present every day, even if it is just one activity for 2 minutes. I commit, I will practice being in present every day, even if it is just for 2 minutes. Write in the chat window, I commit. Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Right? Now, coming to decisions. Now you know yourself, what your what what values are important to you, like you as a person, not what world says, but you as a person, what those 3 or 4 values are important for you, for which you can do anything. You want to protect those values. And the oblique value, you know your beliefs. Now you have your empowering beliefs instead of the limiting beliefs, right? You have understood the importance of environment. Instead of getting influenced by it, you can influence it now. You know people around you. Now you have also know how you can be in present, and you are going to practice. So this is the right moment when you learn how to make great decisions. Not just learn in your mind, but learn in your body, absorb in your body. Okay. All right. So now we are going to take one decision of the past which has been lingering in our mind in current time. I'm not talking about the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. I'm talking about in current times, in this current period, like maybe 1 month or 2 months or 3 or 6 months. Okay. What is that decision which is lingering? And we are going to apply the decision making disc to make our decisions. क्या मतलब, क्या किसका मतलब नहीं समझ आया? We are going to learn how can we make great decisions in life, and to practice that we are going to make a decision about something which is lingering in our mind. कोई ऐसी चीज जिसके बाद जो डिसीजन लेना था बट हम ले नहीं पाए अभी तक. It can be anything. Okay. It can be what you want to become in future. It can be what you want to do in future. It can be what you want to do in right now. Okay, anything. You want to start something, you want to finish something, complete something, any decision. Okay. So write in the chat window what your native values are, or write on your paper. You don't have to write in the chat window. You just write on a sheet of paper and write your native values which you have identified. Okay, these are the values which are very, very important for me. Okay, you have 1 minute to write your native values on a piece of paper. Good. Now, look for the question or the confusion which for which you need to take a decision. Okay, it can be a very simple thing. For example, starting exercise, or not eating junk food from today, or um, giving a call to an old friend. It can be any simple. So we are just practicing. Okay, we are practicing a small decision so that you can make bigger decisions later. All right. So we are going to practice together how to make decisions, great decisions. Great decisions are what? Which are great for you, which doesn't drain you, which energize you. Okay. So write that question or that confusion in one line, not the whole story. किसने क्या बोला था, किसने क्या कहा था. Don't write the whole story. Just that in one line, what is the confusion or the decision pending. Written. Now look for the impact this decision is going to create on your life. What is the impact of this decision? What are the possibilities? So there can be five possibilities or 10 possibilities, whatever is coming to your mind. Write all the possibilities. You have 3 minutes to do this. Okay. For example, I have to make a decision that I'm going to call my old friend with whom I'm not talking for a long time, or we are not in touch. Okay. So my value is my most important number one value is freedom, justice, rationality, being alive, alive in the sense of energy. Okay, so what are the possibilities if I call my friend, old friend? One possibility is he may not recognize because it's been years. Another possibility is he will recognize and we share things with each other. Another possibility is he is occupied and he has not even picked my call. Another possibility is that we have spoken and we have planned to meet. Coincidentally, he is in the same city as me. We can meet. Another possibility is he doesn't want to talk to me at all. He has some issue in his mind, some old issue. So there are several possibilities. So write all those possibilities. So after writing values, you write possibilities. Then you look for timing. Time is one of the most crucial factors. In fact, it is, I would say, in my opinion, and I can be wrong, but in my opinion, timing is the most important factor for a decision. For example, if you want to buy a piece of land or a flat or a property, chances are that price gets halted, and for years, next 10 years, for whole decade, the price do not increase because you have bought at a time when it was at peak. Already price was at peak. So for next 10 decade, no growth. But somebody who has bought at a time when the price rise has already just started, in 10 years, maybe, yep, maybe your growth is 10 times, 1000% growth in 10 years. Okay. Similarly, somebody is buying shares. As soon as he bought shares, the price went down. People have lost money in lakhs. But then there are some people who bought somebody something, maybe gold, when it was just 4,000 rupees for 10 grams, and now it is 1.5 lakhs. And this has happened in just about 20 years. So in 20 years, the price has risen by how much time? 10, 20, almost 40 times, right? So timing is the most crucial factor. When do you buy something? When you do something, you I call my friend, an old friend, but he's in a bad mood. If I call him, I am thinking, okay, I am the greater person. I am taking the initiative. I'm not waiting for him to call. I'm thinking that I am the greater person, but the the other fellow is in bad mood. He doesn't even pick, or he picks and he just put the phone down. What happens? Timing. What came in between? Timing. A lot of relationships break because of timing, because both the people are growing in different directions. Timing. One said yes for one thing. For example, your boss once asks you that, do you want a promotion? There is a vacancy, but you feel that you are not ready, and that vacancy is filled by somebody else. The opportunity is lost. You didn't feel ready in that moment. Timing. Now you feel ready after a year, but there is no vacancy. Timing. Okay, so timing is, in my opinion, the most important, most crucial factor for a decision to be successful or not so successful or a failure. So consider timing. Somebody who is 20 years old and he thinks of giving an ND exam, can he? No. The age has passed. Timing. He should have prepared himself when he was 10, not 20. Okay? Timing. So for your decision, this simple decision, consider timing. Is it a good is it a good timing? Bad timing? What it is? Consider timing. So you have you have written possibilities, you have considered timing, then comes clarity. Are you clear about your decision? what is the actual decision you want to take? I want to just talk to my friend. That's it. उसने फोन उठाया नहीं उठाया doesn't matter. I want to talk. I want to call my friend. So I want to talk is one decision. I want to call, that's another decision. What is the difference between these two? I want to talk. Talking will happen only when the other person also agree. If the other person disagrees, can talking happen? No. So it is dependent on other person talking. But me making a call, it depends only on me. This decision depend only on me. So if I make a decision that I will call my friend today at 10 p.m., I am going to succeed. Higher probability, higher chances that I am going to succeed because it depends only on me and I want to call. Okay? So, clarity of your decision. Courage. Do I have the courage of calling irrespective of being rejected or accepted? Do I have that courage? Okay, so courage is required. And then intuition. What is my feeling inside? How am I feeling when I think about calling my friend? Is it some old memory coming up and there is a negative feeling, some vibration, some sensation in my body and mind? What it is? So look for the intuition. And in the end, we come back to the values, our native values. So what values my decision is aligned with? Is it aligned or is it violating? If it is aligned with my values, I will feel happier. I will feel good. I'll feel great. Even if I'm rejected, I'm not accepted, I fail. Even if I fail, I will not regret it. That's the advantage of knowing yourself, knowing your values. Okay? So when you have aligned yourself, your decision with your values, and you have found you have considered the possibilities, you have considered the timing, you have clarity about the decision you want to make, and you have courage to take this step, you will make a great decision. And in whichever parameter you feel that you are not comfortable with, that's your actual blocker. That reveals your actual blocker, and you can do something about it. Now make the decision. Make the decision, and you can always adjust it later, because a decision made and adjusted is always better than one never made. Okay? If you are just hanging somewhere, you are confused, that's the worst place to be in, worst state to be in. Decision paralysis is presence destroying. When you don't take a decision, it's like paralysis. You are stuck, you are not moving. Okay? So when you apply this disc, decision de- decision making disc, you dissolve that paralysis. Okay? And when you make great decisions daily, again and again, you don't burn out. Burnout depletes the physical body first. Victory is rebuilt there first, too, in the body. Okay? So when you are practicing mindfulness, doing things mindfully, with being in present, you are building yourself to the victory which you deserve. Okay? And instead of getting burnout because of work or because of not doing things, you actually move towards victory slowly and steadily, and consistency comes later. When you are so comfortable doing something like brushing your teeth, it starts happening consistently on its own. Like you are so comfortable, you will keep doing it. Okay? So what two things you have gained with today's session? Write in the chat window what two things which you are going to practice from today's session. Hello, anybody here? Okay. So the task of the day is making a decision, one decision every day, and before making that decision, apply being in present every day, even if it is for 2 minutes. Okay, and what I decided for myself is I will start exercising from today onwards. And okay, that's one great decision. Let's clap for yourself. I've already started, but it's still not consistent. It's okay, consistency. Look, there is a simple rule for consistency. You have started something, you have done it for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, and you missed one day. Don't beat yourself up. Just commit that you are not going to miss another day. That's it. And then you start again, and maybe you miss again. That day, again, you tell yourself, look, whatever you have decided, don't decide for a whole life. Decide for being present means you decide for today. Decide for this week, this month, this year. That's all present. Okay? But if you miss some day, don't beat yourself up. Don't punish yourself. by not doing again. You know the results, the possibilities of a good activity are good. For example, exercise. If you exercise daily, the possibilities are good. You will be healthier. You'll have you will have more energy, more strength, more focus. You can do things in with discipline, right? That all comes from good health. And exercise is an integral part of being healthy. So what you are going to do is, if you have missed one day, tell yourself, I'm not going to miss again. That's it. And next day, do it. The good thing about life is you can start things any day, right? So with that, practice these two things, and we meet next Friday, same time, 9 p.m. Take care. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.